This is my first attempt at something. So I'm just going to put it out there. I never considered myself to be a bad person. I always knew the world was a bad place. I always knew that there was good and that there was bad. I always knew that it was equally distributed. Sometimes the scale tipped over a little bit more on each side than we would like. But I never considered myself a bad person. I felt like I've done bad things in my life. I felt like I've done good things in my life. But in my heart, I never considered myself a bad person. I've been carrying this gangster type of weight upon me, leaning down on me. It's to the point where I'm walking on my knees. I never still considered myself a bad person. I've done things out of emotion. I've done things out of logic, and I still never considered myself a bad person. The way my days come and they stretch out upon me, like my houseplants stretching out as they grow, I could kind of say I'm slightly jealous because it takes no effort for them to grow. It's just literally the minimal thing. And it takes so much for me to. And no matter how hard I try, sometimes that growth can be stunted. No matter how I look at things, no matter how I feel things, it takes one thing, and sometimes that growth could be stunted. I wake up and I feel in my heart that I want to do right, and I make the wrong decisions, but I never considered myself a bad person. I feel in my heart that if I don't do right by somebody else, if I don't do right by the world, I will consider myself a bad person. But when I continuously do wrong to myself, when I continuously don't do right to myself because I was taught not to and still trying to learn how to be right to myself, I considered myself a bad person. How can I consider myself not a bad person projecting to the world, but inside, when I'm not right to myself, I consider myself a bad person? So then I resort back to how I live with my houseplants, nurturing them, watering them, talking to them, and praying that they could do the same for me so we both can grow.